Hey guys, it's Cindy with Southern Belle Glitter. Hope everybody's doing good. I just want to go through this quick tutorial on how I completed the tumbler, the furniture piece, and the sign piece that you have seen me do the last few days. So I started with a base cup of white, and then I used various shades of Miss Lillian's. This one I'm starting with the blue, and I'm using just a premium chip brush. You can pick that up at any hardware store. So I'm just dabbing it in the paint, and then I'm knocking off the excess. I don't want too much paint on there. So once that's done, I'm just going to take that and I am going to drag it down the cup. So I want the brush strokes there because the way this layering process works is you want a lot of dimensions. You want to go different directions. You want to be heavier and lighter in other spots. So there's really not a wrong or right way to do it. It's just what you feel looks the best. So I'll go over the whole cup, really focusing on that blue over the white. You can see there I'm going a different direction, so that works out great. It's real heavy right at the curve where it curves out. So I just keep completing that and going over the whole cup. So you just keep going until you're happy with the results. And I know you guys saw, and some of you may not have seen, but I used a lot of different colors on this piece. And then I used some golds as well. I really liked the textured look that it gives. I like that Southwestern gypsy inspired piece. Most people that know me know I love like that rustic vintage look, that patina look. So you just keep going until you get it exactly how you want it. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to use a bright green color. So I'm doing the same process as I just did with the blue. You just want to take a lot of that excess off. You don't want too much on there. Trust me, there's more than you actually think on that brush. So just work with a little bit at a time. So you can put this, depending on, I kind of go over some more of the whites. I do also layer it over top of the blue. And let me also reiterate here as well, you don't want to move on until the first layer is completely dry. If you move on or you try to speed it up too fast, you're going to end up mucking up those colors, and you're not going to get that true color. And you really have to be patient with this process and just give it time. It doesn't take long for the chalk paints to dry at all, especially because I was outside. It didn't take long at all. So just keep going over that whole cup till you get that green exactly how you want it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to adding the yellow. Doing the same thing as I did in the previous 2 steps. I just pick and choose where I want that to go. Had to come inside because it was getting dark on us, and so I wanted to make sure you could see it. So just add that exactly where you want it. Make sure it's dry in between each step. Okay, and for the final step, I did this with the red. I didn't record doing the red, but I'm doing the same thing. So you can take a popsicle stick, any kind of flat stick, and you want to apply a little bit of paint to that, and then you literally just want to drag it across the cup. So I kind of go over the whole cup with that. It takes a little bit of time. You'll get your groove with it. You'll figure out what works best for you. I did this with the red, and I also did it with this blue. This blue is like a really, really pretty blue. I love it. So just keep going, go all the way around the cup till you're happy with it. So at this point, I was basically done with the cup. When I finished this, I was done. So I had to let it dry. I let it dry overnight, and then I moved on. I used some redesigned Prima gilding waxes in the gold. I believe I used white gold. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'd have to go back and look. But then that's just how we finished it off. And so it gives that brushed look, also with some layered look. You get a little caking in areas, and it just really gives a nice layered paint look. Okay, and there you have it. This is the final look. It turned out really, really good. I love it. Like I said, you could do this with all the different colors that you choose. Just be creative. Step outside your comfort zone, and don't worry about mistakes, because the more you have, the better it looks.